What is up, Generation Ember? I am so glad that you have joined us today. In this video, we are going to continue our series on getting ready for Algebra 1. The biggest switch in pre-algebra from the rest of middle school math to pre-algebra is the introduction of negative numbers or integers. I've noticed as I've gotten pre-test back for Algebra 1 that there's some, depending on what curriculum and what background, there is some gaps in the area of operations with integers. It's something that is a pretty straightforward topic. There's really only 4 rules that we have to remember and one little bonus rule. And that's really it. And so we're going to take a few minutes to look at a few examples and look at those rules and see if we can clear that up. In our website at emberlearninglabs.com, we are going to have practice problems that you can get and download and practice these topics. I forgot to mention that in my last intro. Just want to make sure everybody knows that we are putting practice problems for all of these videos. That way you can get the lesson and you can do some practice over the summer or whatever, or a weekend here and there, and you can be totally ready to be successful in Algebra 1. Without further ado, let's jump in. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. He said negatives. Yep, I did. Don't worry, they're not that bad. We just have to remember a handful of rules. Remember I said there was 4 and kind of a little bonus rule, and that's all we have to do. We're going to do that first. Lots of teachers like to explain and give examples and do this one, do this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing, and then give a little bonus rule. And it's and they have, which, it feels nice and neat and it keeps it all separate. But in my opinion, it is much easier if we look at the rules first and then we do some examples, mixing them up. That way we can really see the difference between multiplication and division, and then the difference between those two and the difference between addition and subtraction. So let's jump right in. Let's erase all this ugly mess. Here we go. There it is. So now, here's our rules. We have rules for addition and subtraction. If you want to take notes on this, probably wouldn't be it would not be a half decent idea. It'd be a great idea. If you want to write these down as notes, that would be a really good idea. Maybe on a flashcard or something, make your life easier to remember. So there's addition and subtraction. There's rules for those guys, and on the one side, and then on the other side, we have rules for multiplication and division. The rules for addition and subtraction are the same, and the rules for multiplication and division are the same, right? So then, looky here. We can divide this into a grid because we have 2 options for adding and subtracting or multiplying and dividing. We have, if they are the same, make this bigger for big notes words, same sign. So if they're both positive, or they're both negative. So if they have the same sign, then one thing happens. If they have a different sign, different sign. I really botched this, but it's okay. Different sign is down here. Same sign is up at the top. Different sign is down at the bottom. Hopefully, you writing on regular paper, you'll know your notes will be much neater. Right? It'd be a lot easier to read and less frustrating and irritating and all the things. Okay, that's horrendous, but we'll see. So, for same sign on addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction, same sign. Let me make the pen a little bit easier. That make life better, right? Addition and subtraction. If the signs are the same, then we add and keep the sign. Okay, so if they're both positive, then we add and our answer is positive. If they're negative, then we add and the answer is negative. We'll do several examples. I've got a big old quick list of examples, right? Okay, so if they are a different sign, addition and subtraction, then we subtract. Difference is the way I like to help people remember that. We subtract, and we keep the bigger sign. It's going to be easier when we do examples here in just a second to understand what we're talking about. If you've never seen this before in your life, then don't stress. Just write the rules, and then we'll look at the examples. Okay. All right. If you have seen this may just help you separate it and keep it all straight. Now, multiplication and division. If we have the same sign, so positive times positive, negative times the negative, then this is really simple. Really, really simple. In fact, I'm going to make a big old thing. Then the answer is positive. Okay? If they have a different sign for multiplication and division, then the answer is negative. Other than that, we just treat it like it's regular old whole number multiplication division, right? The answer is negative. All right, let's do a few examples. Let's keep those rules sitting over there, and let's do a few examples. We'll even write big old fat words. Let's do big old fat writing, right? Sounds great. Okay, so if we have -2 plus 3. Okay, so we've got addition, subtraction, right? So we go back and look at our rules. Addition, subtraction, they are different signs. So we're going to subtract. 3 minus 2. What's 3 minus 2? That's 1. We keep the sign of the bigger number. So what's bigger, 2 or 3? 3 is bigger. So our answer is positive. Look at that. Easy peasy. Let's do another one. Here we go. 4 minus 8. All right, so we got addition, subtraction. The signs are different, right? So we're going to subtract. What's 8 minus 4? Well, it's 4. Now then we got to go back up and look. So which one's bigger, 4 or 8? 8 is. So our answer is negative because that 8 is negative. See what I'm saying there? Easy peasy. All right? If we have different sign, we subtract and keep the bigger sign. Let's do another one. Here we go. So let's do, how about -2 minus 6? All right, now they're both negative. Negative. So the same sign. So the same sign we add. So 2 plus 6 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. Now, we add and we do what now? We keep the sign. So they're both negative. So our answer is negative. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's do another one. This one has got this one right. Oh, no, not quite. Just kidding. We're going to do a little bit of notation thing, right? And then we're going to do a bonus rule. 4 plus -2. Right? So this is a lot of, I've seen, if you're going to make a mistake on one like this, I end up seeing people remember that multiplication is, if we have parentheses sitting next to each other, that's multiplication. That's not what we have here because we've got this little plus right here in the middle, right? So watch out for that. Don't make that mistake. That'd be one that would be easy to make. So the signs are different. Difference. Difference is subtraction, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2. We keep the bigger sign. Bigger number is 4. It's positive. So our answer is positive. All right, here we go. We got a bonus rule. We're going to throw in a little bit of a bonus rule. And then we're going to do a few multiplication division ones, and then we are out. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to do 37. Oh, we got a little bit bigger number. Don't be scared. It's not going to be that bad. 37 minus -5. Now, there's a lot of different ways to think about this. For this video, for the purpose of this video, all we're gonna look at is if we have two negatives sitting right next to each other. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to ka-chink those. What do I mean by ka-chink? We got two negatives. We're gonna put the pennies in the bank. Ka-chink. Two negatives sitting right next to each other turn into addition. So instead of being 37 minus 5, it's 37 plus 5. That's our bonus rule. Two negatives right in the middle. We ka-chink. and it turns into adding. Now, that's not, again, this is where if you're making mistakes, a common one is this is not two negatives. See how these negatives are not sitting right next to each other? They're sitting, we got a negative over here, and then we get all the way over here, we got a negative. So we don't ka-chink those. Only if they're sitting right next to each other. So 37 plus 5. So what is 37 plus 5? Well, that's going to be 42. So our answer here is 42. There you go. So to recap rules on addition and subtraction, one more time. Going back over here. Wow. Addition and subtraction, same sign. We add and keep the sign. Different sign, we subtract and keep the bigger sign. That's ugly, but it's okay. You get the point. Okay, let's do a handful of multiplication division. We'll do it down over here. That sounds great. Get us some space. All right, we're gonna again sneak in a little bit extra concept. And we're gonna write multiplication division a few different ways. See if you can spot it. So we're gonna do 4 times negative 3. I don't like writing it this way because that gets confusing. We got signs in the middle. On my paper, if I was rewriting this problem, I would slip in a little parentheses just to make that clear, right? So 4 times negative 3. Again, for multiplication division, we're just multiplying or dividing. We just got to know whether our answer is positive or negative. So 4 times 3 is what? 12? Yes. Different sign, answer is negative. That's it. All there is to it. Multiplication division is easy money. Okay, so let's do another one. We're going to slip in a different way to write multiplication division. We're going to do negative 7 times negative 8. Remember, if we got two sets of parentheses right in between with nothing in between them, that's multiply. So negative 7 times negative 8. Multiplication division, we just multiply. All right, so 7 times 8 is 56. Same sign. Our answer is positive. Easy peasy. No problemo. One more multiplication. Just to make sure we got this. So let's do negative 12 times, use that dot operator, 2. So we're going to multiply. 12 times 2 is 24. Different sign, different difference. Ooh, look how that goes together again. Answer is negative. Let's do some division ones real quick. All right, 64 divided by 8. 64 divided by 8. Oh, look at that. That was easy. 8 is the answer. Signs are the same. Positive. Blammo. Easy peasy. No problems. Let's slip in division looking just a little bit different. We're going to have negative 100 over, I'd fix that. Thought I wanted to do something weird. Over negative 10, because remember, fractions are just division, right? So 100 divided by 10 is 10. Same sign, positive. Blammo. Easy money. Uno mas. One more. Negative 16. Let's put it in parentheses just because we can. Over 8. Whoa. That was craziness. Over 8 in parentheses because we can. Sometimes you'll see that. 16 divided by 8 is what? 16 divided by 8 is 2. Difference. Sign is negative. Blammo. That's it. I hope that was helpful to you. If it was helpful to you, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to do me a favor and drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment any other topics that would be helpful to look at. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.